You just can't have a greasy old IDI video if it doesn't start with a greasy old IDI cold start. Oh, she might have some air in the fuel system there. Yeah, definitely some air in the fuel system. The funny thing about buying old trucks up here in the last frontier is these old IDIs are super sought after. Everybody wants them because they'll burn just about anything you can fit in the fuel tank. They run forever. And if you've got a solid fuel system and glow plug set up, they'll start anytime, anywhere, no questions asked, which is awesome. It's not awesome for folks like me that are always trying to get these things for cheap. Because up here, an old diesel engine is expensive. An old diesel engine in a four-wheel drive pickup is expensive. An old diesel engine in a four-wheel drive pickup with a manual transmission is about the most expensive pickup you'll ever buy in your life, which is ridiculous. And that's why I bought this one, because, well, it cost about what I'd think these should cost when they look like this truck does. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel, and today, how to make proper financial decisions. You see, when a cheap old IDI shows up on the old marketplace, buy it. I saw this thing pop up the other night for sale, and I said, yeah, I'd better buy that for the price. Came with this nice toolbox, this slip tank, this crescent wrench even, and this thing, and all these IDI parts. The chains are mine. Here we have, I'm pretty sure that's a 7.3 block. I was told those are low mile cylinder heads, bunch of other odds and ends you can see. And probably my favorite part about this thing, aside from the red interior, the old ZF5. This thing has the goods. This whole interior obviously needs to get cleaned. Also, you can see the sick dopey dope high school trim package, and they went all out. See, we don't just have one skull, but there's one over there too, and grenade, the Browning pistol grip shift knob that twists, so you know that's high performance. The skull door lock dealios. This thing's pimped out. Oh, and the fakey billet grill that allows so you cannot open your hood. There's the goods. 7.3 IDI. Fella said he did return lines and injectors a while back. Glow plugs are all pretty new, except for that one I forgot to unplug or hook back up last night. I went ahead and pulled a couple to make sure they were decent glow plugs. Of course, If any of you have owned an old IDI like this, you know that the Autolite brand glow plugs, if they work out of the package, they'll just swell up in the cylinder head and then you can't get them out. Half the time they don't even work right out of the package, which you want because then they can't swell up. So that's why you always just buy Motorcraft glow plugs for these things. So yeah, all good to go. This thing's pretty decent actually for the price I paid for it. I actually drove it home. The old ZF5's a little worn out. Four-wheel drive's not currently working because that hub is broken. So I had to throw iron on the rear. It's actually black paint, which surprised me because I really like red interiors and black paint, but you can never get them because everybody wants them. Glove box latch is broken, of course. Radio's missing. Somebody broke out that window because they wanted that power inverter, which is ridiculous because that's like, you know, 40, 50 bucks. The old bench seat with the armrest built into it. She's a little greasy, but torn up and whatnot, but I think we can get her patched back together, throw a seat cover on this thing. It'll look pretty mint. The carpet, I think we can shampoo that back to life. Here you can see 7.3 IDI parts for that engine in the back. I already greased the hinges so the doors don't squeak anymore. You can see she's of the high-end brand with the fabric door insert and the power windows and locks. The locks work, but the windows don't. Typical broken taillights. This one's in good shape though. Dual tanks. Both tanks actually work, I'm told. So I'm pretty psyched about that. My favorite, when the door hits the fender and you just hammer the door in or grab it with pliers and peel it out so it no longer hits the fender. Seems like a common occurrence on this era Ford pickup. The F-250 badge that's barely held on there. You don't need to worry about that. The typical 80s Ford with twin traction beam tire that sits at like a 30-degree angle. Broken turn signal lens, you know, all the good stuff. All the classics. I'm just gonna leave my gloves in there. So yeah, this thing's got a little bit of rust. You can see right there. Cab corner's gone. There's a little bit along the floor, but well, tires are still decent though. And like I said, I picked her up for quite a deal. Runs and drives. Runs like crap. You can see it sounds like it's missing on a couple cylinders. I think it's got a whole bunch of air in there. Didn't help that that glow plug was not plugged in, but oh well. So yeah, a new window, a cleaned up interior. Adjust the doors a little bit, hammer out the fenders, do some work on the front end. Probably going to need ball joints and a couple other things to make it look a little less dumb. I hate when these twin traction beams are worn out and the tires sit in at an angle. They just look ridiculous, but yeah, just figured I'd show you guys the new addition to the collection. Or this one might get fixed up and sold a little bit, but you know, it'll be around for quite a little while. I think you guys will see a little bit of this truck. I don't know how much of the work I'm going to do I'll show you guys, because it's all pretty basic cleanup and whatnot. It's not really, well, not really channel-worthy material, if you ask me. So, let me know what you guys think of the old girl here. Let me know what you'd do with it, because I know what I'm going to do with it, but, you know, you guys will see that in the future. So, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and before you guys think this thing is too nice for me, she's got the old ZF5 doesn't like reverse issue going on, and it also likes to grind into fourth when you're driving sometimes. Standard old Ford issues, you know. When all all the snow goes away, I'll take you guys for a rip down the road. It's kind of a pain right now without four-wheel drive.